Come on!
Hi, and we're live.
Oh my! Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. Hello, how you doing?
Hey.
All right, let's start this fucking intro because I pressed the wrong fucking thing.
I'm on the moon. It's made of cheese.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you are from in this beautiful world? Well, I want to. It's another open table as always. I want to welcome the panel today. Cheers, first of all. East Coast LQ reviews, liquor reviews, miscellaneous brew reviews,
Cheers.
and Bumpy Road brews.
Cheers. Cheerios.
Cheers. Cheers to Chatio and East Coast LQ reviews. All right, Chatio, if you want to come up, you can. It's all good. All right, so let's go ahead and get this party started. Let's show our cheese and beers and get going. Cheers again and again and again.
All right. Yeah, I reset my computer again. I had to download the Windows 64-bit. That's why my name was all different. But so the cheese I got a Beehive cheese. This is their Pour Me a Slice.
Ooh.
Cheddar infused with Basil Hayden bourbon. It says it won. Well, it didn't win. It got bronze for the World Cheese Awards in 2021 to 2022. So that's pretty promising. Yeah, it's like a 4-ounce block for like $8, so a little bit on the spendier side. I had no idea how to cut this, so I just kind of made some chunks.
There you go.
That's what it looks like. It's pretty good. You can't really see it on that side. Here it is. So it's got like a little bit of the different coloration to the rind. So looks pretty good.
Awesome. I like that marble. You do have the same company as me. It's
Yeah.
funny.
My board's starting to crack a little bit. I don't know if you can see that right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens. Do like what?
Is yours doing it too,
Yeah,
Bob?
that too.
No.
Oh, okay, good.
You're good.
Never.
All right.
I haven't had to hit anybody over the head with it yet, though. So.
Oh, shit.
So the beer I got is
Oh, I thought you showed that. Sorry about that. My bad.
this is from Boulevard Brewing Co. This is their whiskey barrel stout, barrel aged imperial stout. 11.8%, 32 IBUs. Pretty sure I haven't done this one. I did the imperial stout, the imperial stout, barrel aged stout. I don't think I've done this one. Says please enjoy by 15 June 2023. And yeah, I think I paid like $5 for this bottle. Where's my filtration? Let's crack it open. Actually, they had 4-packs for $15, but I didn't know how it was, so I wanted to buy a single. A little bit of water in here. And my Spigalow stout glass. Pour it up. All right. It is it's definitely more pitch black up top, but it's got like the ruby tint at the bottom, a little bit of effervescence. It's got this coffee cream colored head on top. A little rocky, creamy, sudsy. About a finger head there. Actually looks like it's kind of dissipating pretty quick. Pretty crackly. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But yeah, hopefully this works. I wasn't really too sure, you know. Figured cheddar infused with some bourbon maybe will work with a whiskey barrel aged stout. So cheers, guys.
Cheers, man. Thank you. All right. All right, Miscellaneous.
All right. So I guess I'll show you the cheese first. This is a little bit different. This is Don Juan Queso Manchego. This is caved age Manchego for at least 4 months. So yeah, it's got that nice different color, dark waxy rind. It's kind of just a plain white looking cheese, and this shit was expensive.
Yeah, that is expensive.
Oh wow.
$10.79 for
Damn.
5.3 ounces. It smells pretty good. If it ain't, oh well, still eat it. New beer from a new company that I've never had before. This is from Hoosers Brewing Company. They're out of Greenwood, Indiana.
It's got to be Hoosiers.
Hoosiers?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is called Pie Face.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a banana coconut cream pie fruited sour.
Mm-hmm.
Gently roll, keep fresh, no dates.
That sounds
We'll
good,
see.
dude.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know. We're gonna
Find
find out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's fresh. It's pretty thin. God, I hope that's banana. Oh yeah, that smells good. It's lots of sediment in there. Look at chunks of banana. Yeah, very yellow cream looking beer. Yeah, there you go. There's particulates.
Nice.
I don't
Nice.
know.
Pretty good.
We're gonna find out. Cheers.
Cool.
bro.
Cheers, Miscellaneous.
Cheers.
Yeah, Bumpy. Hi.
Muted.
Hi.
Hello. How are we? Let me show you the cheese first, I guess. I haven't even opened it up.
Ooh.
This was given to me from my stepson. I saw it when they went out to the apple orchard, I guess. And he wants to try some too, so I'll have to make sure I cut some big chunk off for him. Yeah, Yancey's Fancy's jalapeno and cayenne. New York cheddar. So I'll get that diced up. It's got the nice red waxy rind around the top, which just have to peel back. It's got plenty of the jalapeno and cayenne flakes and stuff in there. So we'll see how hot it is. Hopefully it smells nice and everything. And so what I'm doing with that, I'm going to go with a stout because I'm thinking, lots of times stouts can handle hot, spicy stuff. So I have this one. This was gifted to me from, I'm just drinking and eating gifts tonight. So this was gifted to me from FLX Beer Reviews. This one is from War Horse Brewing Company. They're out of New York. Not sure what town in New York, but this one's called S'mores with Churchill. It's an oatmeal coffee stout. Comes in at 6.4% ABV. It's 18 IBUs. Took our favorite campfire treat and jammed it into a can. Variation of a popular breakfast with Churchill stout. This beer is a full-bodied coffee oatmeal stout. Okay. So it just tells you about it. Let's give it a pour. So I've got a beer from New York and a cheese from New York too. Yeah. I have had the pancakes with Churchill, which I thought was very nice. I'm not a huge coffee stout lover unless it's kind of on the sweeter end of coffee. But that one, the pancakes with Churchill wasn't too overly coffee. So I'm hoping it's the same thing with the s'mores one. But yeah, head on it is kind of a khaki-esque color. It's a bit sudsy. Will break down. And it's got some nice caramel hues down in the reservoir. So pretty dark. dark brown, anyways, for this stout. So I'll go ahead and cut my cheese and get on with it later on. Cheers.
Phew. Cheers. Thanks.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Hello. So today I have Murray's Espresso Bellavitino. You better show it. It's blurry. I hate this camera. I got it cheap too. I got half off, and
Awesome.
yeah, I've been holding on to this cheese for a little while, so hopefully it's not too dry. But you can look at the rind. You can see it's like coffee rind, and kind of see it like that. Looks pretty good.
Nice.
Can't wait to snack into. I'm looking for Lucy so she doesn't, steal my my cheese. And the beer I'm pairing with is from Westbound and Down Brewing Company out of Lafayette, Colorado. It is Westbound Coffee Porter. Bam, right there. And it's a collaboration with Sweet Bloom Coffee Company. ABV is, I think it's 6.5. Where are you hiding? Right there, 6.5%. They did win an award back in 2019 for Mid-sized Brewery of the Year, so pretty good. I am a rhinestone cowboy. For that, cut her open, pour in a glass. My neighbor gave this to me, so I don't know how much it cost, and it was canned on October 11th, 22. So exactly 1 week ago. So this is freshy, fresh. Ooh, it looks good. Oh yeah. Cheers.
Nice. Cheers.
I can smell
Cheers.
the coffee.
2 coffee beers. All right. Cheers, Cheryl, Luke. Thanks for being here. All right. Okay, so cheese I got is one from the same company that Tanner got us from, and this one is it's from Beehive Cheeses or whatever. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
God damn it. Beehive cheese. This is a rubbed with espresso and lavender. Smells very coffee-like. Kind of see that. Smells really good. A little hint of floral. And then the beer I'm going to put with it is an Italian Pilsner. It's from Trapdoor Brewing out of Vancouver, Washington. It's called Birra di Famiglia.
There you go.
5%. Figured that nice and light, crispy. And I thought that would go well with the lavender or something. I was thinking like a Saison might do it, but I don't know. Let's go with this. Had it in the fridge forever. Nice golden color on the pour. It's up there. Nice tight, kind of a tight head, finger head. Somewhat of a chill haze there. Dirty Glass Mafia. Fast rising bubble. Pretty effervescent. Golden color. Smells like it smells like a Pilsner. It smells like an Italian Pilsner. All right. So let's get back to Tanner and start it off.
All right. We'll talk about the beer first. Whiskey barrel stout. So they do say whiskey barrel. So I'm thinking maybe like American whiskey. So not bourbon. So something that's probably been aged in a barrel that's used a couple times, I guess, because usually American whiskey is like reused barrels. So nose on this. I actually like the nose. It's pretty good. It's got a lot of sweetness. There's a lot of sweet caramel, but there's a decent amount of like a roasty coffee. But there's also a good amount of chocolate and vanilla. Kind of get a little bit of that like chocolate wafer. A little bit of like, I'd say like fig. And yeah, overall, it smells definitely on the sweeter side. I think more chocolatey, caramel, vanilla, rather than like your robust, dark coffee kind of stout. But yeah, smells pretty good. So dive into it. Cheers, guys.
Nice.
Cheers, man. Year-round product too.
Ooh, that has a that's got a big caramel note on the back end. got like this fudgy chocolate and caramel. It's almost like a candy bar. It's like a liquid candy bar. This is pretty dang good. The sweetness, the caramel sweetness, and the vanilla do a good job kind of covering up any type of like bitterness. So it's definitely more a sweeter stout. Kind of the sweetness definitely carries throughout the whole beer. Kind of you get a little bit of like I would say it's more dark chocolate on the palate though, rather than the nose, which is kind of like milk chocolate. So you get like that dark chocolate, a little bit of that roasty note, maybe like some brown bread, cherry, definitely cherry. Yeah, this actually leaves you with like it's got like a sticky viscosity to it. Like that sticky sweetness totally covers up any type of bitterness. It does say 32 IBUs, but I'm really not getting much of a bitterness. It's a little dry, it's a little astringent, but overall it's definitely on the sweeter side in my opinion. Yeah, this is nice. I like this. It's still a little chilled. I took it out around say 7:45. So it's got about a half an hour sitting outside the fridge. So it's still a little chill. But I'm thinking that possibly it might open up a little bit more. Maybe that like coffee, maybe like more dark, robust notes will start to come out when it starts to warm up. But yeah, move on to the cheese. The aroma on the cheese. Well, the texture it's a hard cheese. Cuts really easily. A little oily to the touch. Like I said, it's kind of got that little bit of that rind. Only on one side though. But yeah, the aroma on this, it cut smaller chunks. I'd say it's definitely a little bit. It's like kind of maybe like caramel nutty, a little salty. As far as like being infused with bourbon, it's not like in your face any much different than let's say like just a regular cheddar. But it smells pretty good. There's nothing offensive. Let's try it out. Cheesers.
Nice
Cheers.
cheesers.
I'm gonna
Cheesers.
Good ratio between slightly dry, slightly creamy. Definitely on the drier side though, but still has a good amount of creaminess. It's actually got a little bit of, like slight cheddar funk, a little bit of a drying aspect to it. I'd say it's actually really nutty on the back end. Not too much salt. Good amount of saltiness. Now I was looking online, they were saying that this cheese had like some type of spiciness to it. Being from like a bourbon barrel. I'm not really getting much of that at all. It tastes pretty good though. Now, if you handed me this and asked me what would you think, I wouldn't be able to tell you that this had been infused with bourbon. Maybe my palate's not good enough to detect that, but overall, it just tastes like a pretty solid cheddar cheese. Maybe a little bit more on the sweeter side, I guess you would say.
Get any butterscotch notes?
Butterscotch. Let me see.
That's a big one with the whiskey and the cheese. And we asked like Robert, the whiskey scout, had one, and it was like the closest thing he could come up with. I think me and Bumpy had the same cheese a couple times too. Just a thought.
Yeah, there's some type of sweetness there. I don't know if I could exactly pinpoint butterscotch. Like I said, it just definitely sweeter in my opinion. Yeah, maybe some type of like cooked sugar or something. Like I said, I was getting a little bit more like caramel. Not necessarily butterscotch in my opinion, but it's pretty good. I like it. It's a good cheese. Let's see how it pairs with the beer.
Cheesers.
Let me get a milk. Little tiny ones. All right. It kind of turns into like an espresso kind of. It's kind of like a rich coffee. Yeah, the cheese totally kind of altered this beer. I got like a big sweetness of caramel, and then it turned into like a coffee with cream, which is definitely different. Yeah, I'd say the cheese kind of enhances the roasty coffee side of the beer. Kind of cuts back on like that chocolate caramel vanilla combination, which is odd. I thought it would do the complete opposite, but it works pretty good. Like I said, it kind of made it like this, like espresso or like coffee cream. Not bad overall. Decent pairing. I'll try the other way around for science, but I think this beer might steamroll over the cheese, but we'll see. Yeah, yeah, it kind of subdues the just the overall flavor in the cheese. I definitely like it the other way around. Maybe pulls a little bit more of that nuttiness out of the cheese, but like you said, overall, definitely a cheese before beer with this pairing. But yeah, it worked out pretty well so far. So we'll see what happens after I sit on it and pair it a little bit more. Cheers,
Nice.
guys.
Cheers, Tanner.
Cheers, man.
All right, man. Cool. Miscellaneous.
All right. So this product doesn't state whether these are natural or artificial ingredients in here. There's definitely some fruit. There's a bunch of shit at the bottom. So hard to say. Is it actual fruit or was it miscared for beer? I don't know. On the nose, it didn't keep ahead at all either. So on the nose, I mean, it's definitely a nice vanilla cream note. Coconut's there with the banana. It does have a very much banana cream pie aroma to it. Probably something you buy at the grocery store in like the frozen section. It does have a bit more of an artificial kind of kick to it. It's got like that runts banana, more candy sweet like aromas. But I mean, oh God, it's reminiscent of some suntan lotion, just about. And you get like that artificial type
Yeah.
of hit.
Yeah.
I mean, but it doesn't smell terribly bad either. Let's go for a sip. Cheers.
Yes,
Cheers, man.
cheers.
It's pretty good. My initial thoughts were, I mean, it's light bodied. It is slightly crisp. There is some carbonation to it. It's got a nice tart kick to it. There is a sour aspect to this beer. It's not just a fruit forward sweet beer. Um, I don't even know if I mentioned the ABV. I don't even think it's on the can.
Those
It
bastards.
sure isn't. They don't tell you. I'll look it up for the end of the show, but a little bit more subdued on the banana artificial flavor. Definitely getting a big like coconut kick through there. And it's not hops. I can guarantee that. Overall, I mean, it's really not bad. If I knew the ABV, I would be able to say whether or not this is boozy. I'm just not sure. It doesn't scream alcohol, but I think it's got a little extra behind it. Could be wrong. Doesn't taste like one of those 5%ers. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's move on to the cheese. So yeah, I forgot to mention this is a product of Spain, and this is sheep's milk. Raw Manchego sheep's milk. All right, so I cut the rind off the outside. If you really get a whiff of this, you can smell the cave. That's for sure. It's a dank, cheddary type of vibe. I tried a little piece of that. Don't care for it. That's just me personally. Honestly, it's got a real rich, nutty smell, buttery, slight, very mild tanginess to it. It doesn't smell over salty, like over too much salinity. And just a touch of some sweet funk to it. Maybe you can smell the cake just a little bit. Let's get into it. I will say for 4 months, I will tell you, texture-wise for this Manchego, it is much softer than your average stuff that you buy at the grocery store where it's like real dry and cracky. This has got a little bit more play to it. You know, it's still going to break clean, but...
Jesus.
Miscellaneous.
Yeah, buttery, rich. It's slightly, I wouldn't say grainy. It's not the mouth. Slight powdery mouthfeel for the cheese. It's the sheep's milk. It's the way it breaks down, kind of slides around on the palate, while even still kind of staying together. Not overly salty by any means. It's very rich in flavor, envelops the palate. Very that raw, milky type of thing. And you can tell that it's not cow. But it doesn't really, it's not bringing a lot of barnyard with it. Anyways, that being said, cheese, beer.
Cheesers.
Cheesers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Cheese, very first thing that I need to get. The cheese takes a lot of the sour bite off of it, kind of rounds it out, makes that coconut a little bit more sweeter, more pronounced, whereas the banana's kind of falls behind the coconut. Drastic change, meh, mild, not too bad. So we had the beer and then the cheese. Let's have the cheese. Or no, cheese and then the beer. Now let's try beer and cheese. Beer and cheese.
Cheesers again.
And 2 times.
All right, so it definitely, the beer doesn't uphold to the cheese. Definitely getting a different flavor on the cheese profile. It's a lot. You're getting a little bit more salty with it. Getting a little bit more of that cave age, to be honest with you. That slight funky atmosphere. I don't know. If you've ever had cave age cheese, you know what I'm talking about. Not bad. They both have their ups and downs. I definitely will say having the beer and then the cheese accentuates the cheese, and then having the cheese before the beer accentuates the beer.
Awesome. Cool, man. Thanks, Miscellaneous.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hi, Bumpy.
Bumpy looks like he liked the cheese.
Hello, Batman.
I've been trying not to eat the cheese, so I've taken a couple bites of the cheese. So I was gonna hold off, but I was just like, no, I need to eat some more because it's pretty spicy. But I'll get back to that. I didn't want to interfere with the flavors of the beer, but whatever. We're doing it. The aromas on this thing, as you can see, the head didn't stick around. Yeah, this is super, super sweet smelling. It's got a lot of to me, like I'm picking up like toffee notes. A lot of vanilla, chocolate. It is a lot like melted marshmallow with that chocolate, but it's like a chocolate. It's almost like a Heath bar meets like melt some marshmallow on a Heath bar. As far as much of anything else, I mean, no, maybe you could detect like a little bit of like a roasty note in there, but it's like this is just super sweet smelling. It's basically the three things I said. First off, like toffee, vanilla, chocolate.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
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 Had a little slight touch of black licorice. There's a breadiness to this one. It does have a breadiness. There's kind of like chocolate with like caramelized marshmallow, I would say. So it definitely has this like slight vanilla, but then there's like this kind of burnt sugar thing going with it as well. I don't think they put graham crackers in this, but it almost with that breadiness and just the way that the things are hitting it almost seems like there could be graham cracker, but there's not. I don't think I didn't read the whole thing actually. Maybe they did put graham cracker. Toasted marshmallows. Oh, graham cracker. They did. No shit. Or it says expect notes of chocolate, caramel, toasted marshmallows, graham crackers, fresh roasted coffee, cacao nibs. Yeah, I mean it is kind of what it is. So I was getting this thing. It kind of reminded me like this graham cracker, but I didn't think there was graham cracker in there. There still may not be. So they did a good job with that. The coffee, once again, is kind of undertone. There is that kind of roasty bit there, but it's kind of like if you get like a coffee that's flavored. You know, if you go to like a Dunkin's, you get like hazelnut coffee or French vanilla coffee. There's just that added sweetness to it where it's not like black coffee. So I'm liking that. So far, Warhorse with their coffee stouts, they're up my alley as far as eating a coffee. So as far as drinking a coffee stout, they've been they've handled that coffee note really well. Body on it though is a bit thin. It is a thin drinker, or at least that's a mouthfeel. I shouldn't say that's the body, because it's like a medium heft, but thin mouthfeel. It is slightly drying. There is a little bit of a grain note in there as well. And with all the sweetness, like this smells sweeter than what it's perceived by the palate. There is kind of a touch of kind of this earthiness on the finish with the bitterness. Maybe like some mosquitoes and stuff got in there too. Making s'mores by the campfire. There's no smokiness. That would be an interesting thing too if they had a little bit of smoke, but no smokiness. It's nice. Let's see how it compares with this cheer. Well, let's eat the cheese first and talk about that. All right. So we got the cheese.
Cheesers.
I'm interested in this.
There's not much aroma on the cheese. It's a cheddar, but it doesn't smell like it doesn't have that big cheddar bite on the nostrils. It's not super funky. I may have just been pour a bit of cheese to grab. You get a little bit of the pepper. When you get one that has more pepper, but it's there, you get kind of the smell of a pepper, not the heat. but you kind of get that how it may have some flavors. You get kind of a nice peppery scent to it, but it doesn't smell hot. But when you eat it, it's a buttery kind of cheddar cheese. You get the jalapeno flavor. Maybe a touch of smokiness from the cayenne, and bam! Then you get hit with the heat. This one does bring some heat. It's one of the hotter cheeses that I've had with peppers in it, without being like ghost pepper. Like holy crap! It definitely has some heat that builds and builds. It lingers on. It's once again a lot like the salsa con queso that you can pick up. That if you dip your chips in that melted cheese, it's any of these things, like the jalapeno one that they have out that I've done before. Same thing. It's you can melt this cheese and just dip your tortilla chips in it. There's another cheese I would put on tortilla chips. I mean, you can do it on crackers as well, but if you want a little like Hispanic night or whatever, yeah, just take some tortilla chips, put them out, slice up the cheese, you can just put it right on there. And there you go. Yeah, and this one's like using hot salsa instead of mild salsa. So let's see how it goes with the beer. Let's eat the cheese first since done that.
Cheese are good.
Cheezers again.
Again.
Mm. It almost amplifies the heat because it goes away for a second there and it comes back.
Alcohol, bro.
The cayenne is just like I think that's the heat that I'm like that's lasting. I don't think the jalapeno's leaving this much heat. It might be, but yeah, it's drink the beer after eating the cheese. You do lose a little bit of that kind of like I'm losing a lot of that kind of sweetness, the melted marshmallow or burnt marshmallow thing. There's a bit more of that kind of burnt type thing. I'm losing some of that breadiness. It's kind of taking away from like that graham cracker vibe. There is like a darker chocolate. It kind of makes the chocolate taste more on the dark side than a milk chocolate. So I'm probably getting more of that cacao nib. And then the heat does linger. So I'm left with this kind of like earthy tone bitterness, dark chocolate, some like caramelized marshmallow, and just heat. So it's fairly nice. It's fairly nice. I wouldn't say it's 100% working just because I'm losing some of the nuance of what the beer is by itself. But let's drink the beer and then eat some more cheese. It's so good.
Cheezers again and again. Hey.
Cheezers again.
Cheezers.
That's bringing out more of that's bringing out the black coffee. Now I'm getting like coffee around. Butteriness is starting to come up from the cheese. Pepper flavor, jalapeno, and the heat. There we go. Ooh. I don't know if they make a jalapeno coffee. They should make a jalapeno coffee if they don't.
Shh, don't tell anybody that.
Yeah, that would wake you up. I mean, this isn't like super hot. I mean, it's not like Packy Chip Challenge. It's just it's surprising with the heat that does linger on it. I am getting a little bit of the sweats on the tops of my cheekbones. So it's nice. Both items are nice. Would they did they work 100%? No, but
Yeah.
you can still mix them, I think so. But yeah, I'll have a score ready. Hopefully, and come back around. I'm just going to keep on eating cheese because
Yes.
I give it to choose from.
All right, man. Well, thank
Cheerio.
you. Cheerios.
Patios now.
Yeah.
Yay! All right. Well,
Some for Justin.
but
I said, make sure you save some for Justin there, Bumpy.
I already cut him off.
Yeah.
I already gave
there you
him
go. It's just like but I'm gonna start out with the cheese, the Brewery's espresso, Bella Batino. Here she is again. Looks good. Ooh, it looks like so nice on the cutting board with the coffee grounds on there. But as you can see, very, very light yellowish color. This thing is it's probably a little stale, but it's all good. But yeah, I mean it's crumbly, so that was a problem when I was cutting it earlier. It just kept crumbling on me, but give it a sniff.
A little sniffy sniff.
A little snifferooski. Okay. Getting the saltiness of the cheese, milkiness, and I stick my nose at the the rind. So we'll sort of get the coffee. Not a whole lot. It's very light. Get one that's a better piece to try. Cheese.
cheese.
Cheeser.
All that coffee flavor you're gonna get is gonna come out of the rind. I've had
Mhm.
that cheese on a couple occasions.
Yeah. Well, do that. Take a big bite of the rind. There. Oh yeah, getting the coffee that way. It's nice creaminess with the coffee flavor. It's really good. They consider it a dessert cheese, and I definitely can see it. This is very tasty. So put that there for now. And again, the beer is Westbound Down, Westbound Coffee Porter with Sweet Bloom Coffee Roaster. They're both, I believe, they're both out of Lafayette, so they're pretty close to each other. So yeah, give her a snifferooski. Wow. It smells just like fresh roasted coffee. Oh, it smells great. Getting a little bit of the sweetness from the porter as well. Oh, this smells good. I should have just put it in a mug. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Dale.
Oh, that's good. If you like coffee, that's a good beer. Just it's in your face with the coffeeness, with the roastiness of the coffee. On the back end, you get some sweetness from the porter. So very, very good beer if you're a coffee drinker. All right, so we're gonna do this. Cheese before the beer.
Nice cheeses again. Cheeses again.
I'm dropping it on first.
Cheesers.
Hold on.
Cheesers.
Oh, excuse me.
Cheesers. Jesus. You need a cheeser counter at the top.
He does.
A cheeser counter in the corner.
Ooh. That's darn good together. I'm happy that I called an audible because last night I did tell Beerman I was going to have an Italian Pilsner myself. And then last minute I'm like, you know what? Audible. So
Yeah.
glad I picked this out of the fridge. And yeah, I mean, it just the beer gets that creaminess flavor with the coffee, the creaminess, sorry, from the cheese with that roasty, toasty coffeeness from the beer. That is darn good together. Wow. Of course, the beer does overpower the cheese, but there's that little, just that cheesy creaminess on the back end that makes it very, very good together. All right, now we're going to go with the burr before the cheers.
The burr cheese.
Bird before the thirst.
Mm-hmm.
Terror thirst.
Mm. Definitely works a lot better with the cheese before the beer, but both work very well. But cheese before the beer definitely takes it with doing it those ways. So yeah, I'll have numbers next time around. Cheers.
Cheers. All right.
Luke John, stop talking trash.
Tiger.
Henry had a brother called Cheddar cheeses. All right.
Oh Jesus.
Thanks, Cheddar. All right. So we're gonna go over this Italian Pilsner. Basically a Pilsner. So let's smell it. Lemongrass. There's a sharpness to it. It's kind of crispiness, let's say. Sorry, not sharp. Lemongrass. Big time. Like majorly lemon. But it's got a nice herbal, herbaceous thing as well. It smells good. It smells, I don't know, it just smells really clean, and I want to drink it. So, yeah, we already looked at it. So let's just dive into this. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice, crispy, energized beer. Really good. With a nice softness, though, at the end. It kind of softens out and dries up in the finish. Body is nice and light. Pushing kind of medium. Yeah, the haziness has actually got some meat to it. It's kind of hanging around and leaving some coating on the mouth a little bit. It's fairly bitter. It's balanced. For the style. It's bitter, though. It's got a nice bitter feel towards in the back and the finish. It wraps that herbaceous lemon grassy kind of thing all around your mouth, over the palate, all over I'm getting water all over my keyboard. But all over your tongue. And it leaves a kind of a dry, chalky feel on the side of the tongue. A lot of these do the same. I mean, it just tastes like any old Pilsner I've ever had. But it's got a nice, I don't know. I think the lemon's really coming out of this more than I've ever had. It's really nice. It's a nice malty kind of, there's a slight, like a biscuity kind of thing or some kind of malty thing going on in there. You can taste both sides. You can taste the hops. You can taste the malts very evenly. It's very, very well made. Pretty good beer. So, cheers to that. Now this rubbed with espresso and lavender. I don't know exactly what kind of cheese it is. It looks like it's maybe a cheddar or something. But I'm not sure. I think it's a cheddar or something. Yeah. But it's got a nice coffee thing on the side there. It smells really espresso-y. It's got that floral kind of lavender notion in there as well, like a hint of that. You can get that more on the cheese itself. Away from the rind, you're getting kind of more of not really a lavender. It's actually not as lavender as I would want it. I was a little scared. I do like lavender. I've had lavender cookies before. They're actually pretty damn good. But I don't get a whole lot of that in this, so I'm kind of happy. I like the coffee. It's really nice. Very subtle, but it's also very like, boom, it's like got it. It's not subtle. What am I saying? It's there. Milky, creamy, kind of a slight saltiness in the aromas. Very nice, though. Smells good. I want to eat it. Let's eat all of it.
Cheesers.
Jesus.
That cheese wasn't bad.
And then,
The lavender's there, but it wasn't like too much.
hey, beer man.
It's more in the flavor.
And then you just eat it.
And then you just eat it. The milk, it tastes like tuna. I'm getting a tuna fish flavor. If you were to have like mayonnaise with tuna when you're making like a tuna fish sandwich, it's got kind of that thing going on. It's got a funky edge to it. You do get a little bit. It might be that lavender. It's adding kind of a floral funk, and then it's got this like coffee espresso kind of thing in the back there that's kind of nutty. It's really nutty. It's a very nutty cheese. It's not too salty. Oh yeah, the lavender's there. hmm If you mix your tongue around in your palate and stuff, and kind of get it around your mouth and smother your mouth with it, coat your mouth, you start to get that lavender. It's nice. That's good. Nutty, very nutty. Wow. I think this might work. This would have gone well with an IPA as well, I think, or a pale or some kind of hoppier beer. Wouldn't be pretty bad. No, wouldn't be bad at all. So let's get a mix. Let's see how it goes.
Bon appetit.
Oh, fucking hot.
You bit your tongue, yeah?
Oh no!
Oh. Ow.
Kill it with beer.
Oh, that fucking hurt. I heard it crunch. It went crunching.
Crunch your tongue.
Oh,
There's a new metallic taste in
don't say
there.
mm.
Good.
It'll heal.
Don't say tonguers. That sounds bad.
Just
I'm not
pierce my
saying
lip. I can
Tonguers.
probably put a ring through it now, you know? Nice piercing. All right. Oh, yeah, this is good. Lemongrass works really well with that floral funk I was getting. The coffee mixed with the kind of creamy, slight saltiness from the cheese. It like thirst quenches it. This beer really goes over it super well. Like the flavors work with it, and the thirst quenching kind of thing. It just kind of it takes the cheese smotheriness out of your mouth, and just kind of it makes you want to have more cheese and then have some more beer. It's like it just goes hand in hand with each other. It's perfect. It's perfect. I think so, in my opinion. Let's have a beer.
Bumpy, don't put the spicy rind on your eyes.
Yeah, don't do that. Ow.
It's
Oh, is that not a good idea?
disaster.
Oh, God. Wow.
You're like a
What are
ninja
you
turtle.
doing?
Relax, Raphael.
All right. Wait, hold on. I didn't have the right one.
Good. Yeah.
I won't bite my lip. Bite my other side now. Kind of works that way too. Not as much. It just makes you want to drink the Pilsner to kind of wash it down. I think the cheese before beer is a lot better. But it's not bad. I mean, see, I just want to drink beer now. It's a good mix. It really is. It's just cheese before beer for sure. But right on. Cool. Tuna. God, there's a big tuna.
No.
It's like a tuna thing going on. It's just very tuna. All right. The cheese itself is tuna. Okay. So let's get back to let's get our last thoughts, starting with Tanner.
Bumpy, you better hope Shredder doesn't kick through that door.
Right? Dude, shred your eyes with heat.
All right, so both of these products are really good. What the beginning of the cheese, I wasn't really getting much of the flavor from the whiskey, but I actually ate a good amount of it. I left a little piece in there for my girl to try when she comes over. I like it. It actually started to have like a little bit of like a roasty note at the end of it. So I was kind of getting like that coffee thing, but it had like a big caramel note, and the caramel sweetness really like enhanced the milky creaminess of the cheese. So that's definitely like the key descriptions for this one for me would be roasty coffee, caramel sweetness, and just like milky creaminess. So this cheese was actually really, really good. At first, I wasn't like a big fan of it. Like I said, I wasn't really getting much of the whiskey flavor. But once you actually start to get down towards like the back of the cheese, the end of the cheese, you really start to pick up those flavor notes. And it works really well with the beer. The beer was definitely more on the sweeter side. Totally, this is definitely like an American whiskey, where I was getting like pretty much, like I said, I was getting a more of like a sweeter stout, and like that caramel was throughout the beer, was very prominent as well. And like I said, when I did the pairing, it kind of gave off like this espresso, maybe even almost like latte like combination. And yeah, overall it was actually a pretty damn good pairing. Um, Number for the cheese, I'll give the cheese a I'll give that cheese like a solid 96. Um, there could be some stuff that I would like a little bit more out of it. I like a little bit more of the drier cheese. I've said this before. But that doesn't say that this cheese isn't great. Like I said, I just usually prefer more of the drier cheeses. And then the beer, I'll give the beer a solid. I'll give the beer a solid 94. I kind of wish it had a little bit more of a thickness to it, more of a body to the beer. But overall, it was pretty good. Definitely like something that's more towards my flavor profile. Um, yeah, pairing, I'll give it like a 97. I really like this. I thought it worked really well together. Um, it's not too often that I pick stuff that actually works out. Sometimes you think you're going to pick things that are going to work well together, and it kind of has the opposite effect. And I've done that definitely multiple times for sure. But this one, I would definitely recommend. Even just like a regular whatever. If you can't find this one, a cheddar infused with a whiskey, and then you pair it with some type of barrel aged or whiskey barrel aged stout, I think it will work really well together. So overall, it's been a good experience. So cheers, guys.
Nice. Cheers, man. Cheers, Tanner.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Right on. Okay. You got a bunch of cheese behind you. Awesome.
All right, so for the Don Juan Queso Manchego Cave Age, 4 months, product of Spain. The cheese is pretty good. If you're looking for a younger Manchego, you know what I mean. It's not like I said. It did have a different texture to it. Really, not that bad. So honestly, it's hard to say because I don't eat a lot of Manchego, but I'll say this: I would buy it again. I had to put it away so my wife could have some. It's pretty good for what it is. Not every I don't know. New to me. So on that, I mean, I guess I could give it like a 93. I'd like to investigate a little bit more into the cave age Manchego. But yeah, as for this beer, got a little more information about it. Yeah. So this is from 2021. Yeah. Got a 4.2 on Untapped, comes in at 5.5%, and it's this beer is no longer being produced by the brewery. So yeah, there was a bunch of sludge at the bottom. I passed on that. I'm just gonna tell you, just like one thing that like if the people put that shit on the can, keep cold, drink soon. What the fuck are these people doing?
Yeah.
Pick this up off a warm shelf. Excuse my.
Fuck.
Been working hard, boys.
Did it roll off the shelf?
I'm so glad I bought one of those. So they had a bunch of these, and I could see how this could have a lot of potential. Being a fresh beer, I have to score it accordingly on the can of beer that I drank this evening. I would have put it at 87. Still drinkable. It was good. There were supposed to be notes of cinnamon and graham cracker, apparently. Not so much. And it said super smooth mouthfeel and not so tart. So, was a thin body, so I'd assume that the whole body of it just fell out and not too tart. Well, it was kind of on this more sour edge for me, which I enjoyed. Could be due to being old as fuck. But really not bad. I could score it at an 87. It did taste like bananas and coconut and vanilla. Was it bad? No. Just didn't drink that much out of the bottom. It's
Mm.
too much shit in there. I didn't want to have gas all day tomorrow. Not bad. Together, I will say they had adverse effects. I will say that when you eat the cheese and then have the beer, the cheese, like I said, ramps the beer up, and vice versa. If you have the beer and then the cheese, I feel like um, the cheese amplifies the beer. The beer amplifies the cheese. There we go. Chat's got me all shook. But yeah, pairing wise, this could work with the fresher product. So let's just say I'm gonna go with 87 as well on the pairing. Had a lot of potential. Just didn't get. Oh, the mosquito man's driving around spraying chems out all over the place.
No.
That's a mosquito man.
They're paid by
Ice cream man.
by the state. What he does. Yeah. Mhm. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Thanks. Okay. We
There's
have
gotta
Bumpy
be
here.
there's gotta be a freaking beer down there called
You
mosquito
hear
man.
that thing?
Yeah.
It's the chem man.
So the cheese was good. The one kind of issue I have with these cheeses like this from Yancey Fancy, or any cheese that's kind of like this, these pepper cheeses, is that they basically just taste like the salsa con queso. I would really like a deeper, funkier cheddar to go with the spices. It's my own personal preference. I'm just, it's a very mild, buttery cheese. But this one was pretty good. Like I said, it did bring some nice spice to it, nice heat. It did have, once again, the flavors from the peppers themselves. I'll score this at a 96 out of 100 for the cheese. Of course, I don't do the 100 scoring really for my beers, so I'll revert to my 50-point inspection on the beer, and I think I like this one just a touch more over the pancakes with Churchill. Just what I can remember from, I don't remember what score I gave that, but what I can remember is the syrup kind of started, it like tasted artificial instead of like real maple syrup, which kind of like, I would have preferred that. But they both handled the coffee portion of it very well. And I was getting graham crackers, like I said, kind of out of this. So I think they did a fantastic job with it. And score this right around a 40. I'll give it a 43 out of 50.
The one you did yesterday was a 41, I think. Right? Didn't you? Is that the one you were talking about? The one the other one you just mentioned?
The pancakes with Churchill?
Yeah.
I didn't do that yesterday. I did that a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whenever. It's already been posted, so.
All right.
I probably scored it higher. I don't know, but
43 on this though. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll do a 43 for this one. Certain things, thinness, I would have liked a little bit more of a thicker mouthfeel to it versus how thin it was. It is such a low ABV too, only 6.4%. An imperial version probably would be nicer, and those kind of the only real gripes with it. Other than that, they had the coffee was good for me, and everything else was nice. And I already kind of mentioned how well it paired with the cheese. It's something that does work, but not perfectly. So.
Nice, cool. 96 on the cheese, 43 on the beer. Sounds pretty damn good to me. As far as separate.
Yeah, the cheese would probably land in the excellent range, and the beer lands in the very good range.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, you got something good, Bumpy. That's good, man. It's good. It's always good when Bumpy
And
has
I didn't
something.
have to pay for either one of them, which makes it even better.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, right. Free shit. It's the best kind.
Oh yeah,
Right?
so I do want to appreciate. Well, I do have this can here. Dan and Mike from FLX Beer Reviews. Thank you,
Right on.
because I won't be doing a review, obviously, on my channel on it. So
Cool. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers.
thanks.
All right. Chatio.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
So, for the Myers Espresso Bella bam, it's all that's left aboard. I like the cheese. I wish there was more of a coffee flavor, but I think it said sell by date was like a month ago. Whoops, my fault. But still really, really good. I enjoyed it. I think I'll buy it and try it again. Make sure it's fresher. The next time I'm gonna score it a probably 90, right at a 90 out of 100. So I think if it was fresher, it'd be a little bit higher, but not by much. Not a real huge fan of Bella Patino myself, but it is what it is. As for the bam, westbound and down, westbound coffee porter. Very, very good. This is a top-notch coffee porter, and I do have a little bit left, so I might as well just get her in there, huh? So there we go. So for this coffee porter, man, the flavors are great. I mean, I love my coffee. I drink at least 3-4 cups of coffee a day
Me too.
during the week, and maybe 1 or 2 on the weekend. I love my coffee, and yeah, this is very, very coffee forward. I like it a lot. I'm gonna score it a 97 out of 100. Combined, it was okay. I mean, it's still decent. It kind of worked, but this is just such an overpowering kind of beer. I don't think any cheese would go perfect with it, and kind of change and do different stuff. So I'll put the pairing at a 80, 88 high B pairing. So pretty darn good. So I'm gonna sit back and enjoy my beer.
Awesome. Thank you, Chatio.
Cheers, Daniel.
Nice.
Cheers. Cheers us. Hi. How's it going? Okay. So the cheese was good. It is it's like, what did they say about it? Hold on, let me see. It's like spray rubbed with cheddar rubbed. So it's more of a cheddar than anything, I guess. But it's pretty good. It's different. It's like I said, tuna. Tuna comes to mind for some fucking reason. And espresso, and then there's that weird kind of floral bite. I'd give this cheese like a 90 out of 100. I think it's good. Let's go 92. I like 92 better. It sounds good. Definitely an A winner. It says it's an award winner or something too. So, maybe. Not bad. The beer is very good. It's a very good Pilsner, Italian Pilsner. I would give this like a 90. I'm gonna give it a 96. I think it's delicious. It was one of my favorites, I think, so far. I would definitely love to buy this again in a 4-pack even and drink them. Yes, drink them down. So the mix was very good. Cheese before beer was way awesome. And I thought that was like, let's go with like a 97 out of 100. I thought it was great. I thought it mixed and paired very well. Beer before cheese, not so much. But I'm not going to give that a score, but that's definitely a 97 plus-ish. Very good, in my opinion. Someone else may not think so, but I did think it was great. So, all right. That's all I have. Cheers, you guys. Let's go to the main panel and do your let's shout some people out yourself, whatever the hell you want to do. Yeah. Cool. Are we good? Nope. We're not good. Wait, where are we? I'm tripping, man. It's like Star Wars, man.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Shit.
You've arrived.
All right. So shout outs for me. Shortly after the show here, I'm going to be doing an examination on a Froth Brewing Co. beer with Alex Beermaster. We're going to be examining Frosty Birthday Cake. So it's like a heavily fruited sour with a bunch of different fruits. And my Wednesday show is going to be start up like towards the end of the year series. I'll try to do each year. It's going to be called Beer Talk, where I wrote it down. It's pretty much just like 2022 recap. Talk about our favorite beers of the year, favorite brewing companies, what you're kind of looking forward to happening with your channel within the next year or so, and possibly like some brewing discussions. I know Beer Man's been brewing up some stuff, so I thought Bumpy's pretty knowledgeable with beer stuff. Miscellaneous too, Chatty O. You guys all actually brew. Everybody on the panel is actually pretty familiar with brewing. Much more knowledgeable than I am at it.
I can do it.
So yeah, we'll be discussing stuff like that, and it's pretty much just gonna be a laid back show. We'll crack open a few beers, just kind of hang out, and I have some topics to talk about. So that'll be Wednesday, 9 p.m. After the two shows that go on that night. Shout out Thomas Metal 75, Wildcard Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So after that show, we'll do my beer talk. So whenever Eric shows over, like I said, roughly around 9, we'll start the beer talk. And shout out to other people. Check out Keith, 93 Lumber. So spelled out. So go check out his channel. I believe he said he's having some laptop issues, but he should be back and running soon. But go check out his videos that he's already uploaded in the past. So, yeah, leave it to that. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
All right. So what's today? Tuesday? Thursday. Nobody does anything on Thursdays anymore, right? Still open? Oh,
Yeah.
there might be a Thursday night beer session.
Nice.
Maybe. Or maybe it'll be a power hour. But I do have some products that I've started to accumulate, and I do have enough to make a couple videos. So stay tuned for that. I went and kicked those guys' asses who stole my glasses, and I got them back.
What?
Motherfucker. Sorry.
Still your glasses?
That was for Josh. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe I heard Saturdays are open too. Maybe I'll run an inebriated thoughts or something. We'll see. But yeah, I kind of want to get. I'm starting to get back into where I can get back into the game. You know what I mean? So
nice.
Things were tough there.
There you go, bro. Looking forward to it.
Sticking with me. So yeah.
Yeah. Cheers, man. Good to hear.
Cheers, bro.
All right.
Cheers. So I think it's my turn.
Yes. It is your turn.
Yeah, I got a video a day coming out of my 50-point inspections, whatever. Every now and then I'll throw in something from the Beer Tuber Palooza 2022. Only have a couple of those videos left. But yeah, just kind of cleaning house as far as what I've had as recorded videos for beers I've done. Trying to make things more relevant. So we're getting there. Another week or so, I should probably be pretty good. Monday night, I have a live show called New Brew. Just bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on panel. 3-part show. So review your beer. We'll have a general talk. Give a score out to your beer if you'd like to, and then just a question and answer period. As far as long as we get a question to have answered. And that's the show. Quick shout out just to like I said, I already kind of shouted them out earlier but Dan and Mike, FLX Beer Reviews, go check out their channel if you haven't. Two great friends doing a bang up job with bringing entertainment to beer reviewing. So Mike's a funny little bastard. So cheers.
Nice.
Thanks.
Cheers, Robert.
Cheers. Oh, hi.
Hi, it's your turn.
Hi. First off, I want to shout out Thrash Life. He does a lot of cool videos with his horses. Faith is his horse. She just turned 2, I think, over the weekend. So he put out a little short video of that. Also, he does Thrash Talk every Saturday and Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern or so, depending on what time it gets back from the rescues. Always fun. Just hang out and have a good time, have a few drinks, just a lot of laughs. Check out my good friend Everything Spicy Phil. Some of you guys may know him. He's a huge chili head, and lately he's been putting out a lot of shorts of him eating like super spicy chili peppers. Earlier today, he did a video on the new.
I'm on the wall.
You are?
Yeah.
Nice. Earlier today, he did the Burger King spicy Whopper. Check that out. It was a fun video. I enjoyed it very much. As for me, some of you guys might have noticed, I started a new series of shorts called Chatio Sniffs. And every day I sniff a random thing. So I've done everything from smelling Lucy to sniffing a summer sausage to a bike seat. Just random. Hey, man, you got to have fun.
You made the host leave.
That's okay. He'll be back. So I have not sniffed Beer Man yet, but he may sniff Beer Man soon.
Sorry, I hit the
button. Also, I have a live show on Mondays around 6 p.m. Eastern called Monday Mingle. This week is the member giveaway, and I'm giving away a Chatio pint glass. So, yeah, come hang out Mondays. It's a lot of fun. I do not drop the link publicly due to just drama and stuff going on lately. But yeah, you guys want up, just, hit me up anywhere we are connected. And yeah, I'll bring you guys up. Cheers.
Cheers.
Can't believe I made Beer Man leave.
Cheers, J.O.
First, I thought he dropped you off after he said you sniffed Lucy.
Oh, that's not the worst thing I've sniffed in the last week. Beer Man, you're muted.
You're still muted, Beer Man.
Damn it. Yeah, I'm trying to. I forgot to get a fucking picture for next Wednesday. Cool. So Tuesday is just going to be open, 8 o'clock as always. This one, Beer and Cheese Tuesday. Bring it again and again and again, unless you guys want to stop and do something else. But we'll keep doing this. It smells weird in here. Did I fart? Okay, so next Wednesday, tomorrow is gonna be The Shining. Oh yeah, no, that's right. I didn't need to have that. I'm sorry. Well, now I have the picture for tomorrow. So yeah, so The Shining is definitely what we're doing tomorrow. Bring something. You got the twins. You got red rum. You got blood. You got. Did we already do The Shining?
No.
No, that's tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping out right now, dude. Something's going on in my brain.
Okay,
Mr.
So, Beer
yeah.
Oh, time to take the beer out of the freezer.
You even got a liquor-induced beer if you want some kind of barrel-aged beer, because he sat at the bar and drank his liquor with that ghost dude. And, I mean, there's all kinds of crazy things you can find in that one. So, good luck with that. Hopefully, you found something, and we'll be there at 3 o'clock my time, 6 o'clock tomorrow. Eastern. So yeah, brewed a beer. I got so far it's only a 7.3 and 7.3. I'm trying to hit 8, and I'm just gonna keep letting it go to see how much it can actually eat on this double New England. It's just a NEPA. So, but it sure does taste good, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. So we'll see how that goes. From the beer I did last live, I might do another live stream of my wife's beer in about 2 weeks. But I need to get a starter going for that, so it's going to take about a week because I'm using washed yeast, and I want to make sure it's viable and works right. So, but I will be probably doing another live because it's so much easier. But I will be putting up a video for the last one I did for hers soon. There's such a bitch, and it's a long time to edit, so. I don't really have anything else. I've just been buying a lot of live beers or beers for these streams and stuff. So I might put up a couple review beers soon or something like that. We'll see. Depends on how I feel. Other than that, that's it. Beer Hounds beer reviews, man. Go check him out. He put up New Belgium Voodoo Ranger Danger Beach IPA last night. I need to check that out still. And then you got Finru, who was just here, and he hasn't put anything up recently, but I'm sure he will. Something tells me he's going to put something new up. But happy New Brew Wednesday number 16 he put up. Love watching his videos at night, especially at night before I go to bed. I like to sit and just watch all the brew tubes and stuff. So good stuff, but nice dude. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. The chat too. Chat, thank you very, very much. We all appreciate you. If you haven't already, and I'm sure you have, please subscribe to these guys and check out their videos and let them know what you think about them. Hey, Lep, what's up? Cheers, dude. We had Lep now. Cheers, Lepcon TV. Luke John.
Come kick it afterwards, Lip.
Heck yeah, dude. Middle Fruit, Paul, what's up, man? We had Last Beer, Josh. And what do we have here? We had Finru, Piss Chaps. Cheers. Piss Chaps. That's about sort of it, kind of, as I'm going here. We had Commerce Ozzy here. He was also here. Okay, cool. And then I want to say thank you to the panel, of course. Cheers to you guys. East Coast AOK Reviews, Liquor and Beer Reviews, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. Cheers. Bumpy Road Brews. Cheers.
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Earthquake.
Oh, no. What are we going to do? Okay. Well, you guys take it easy. We're about to get out of here, but you know what?
What?
We're gonna, and then we're gonna have something. Oh shoot! Hold on, man. Shit.
One last sip?
Gotta get the sip. I'll just drink out of the can. Cheers. You guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from in this beautiful world. But not for one more sip. Loving the can sipping thing. All right, man. Oh, shit. What happened?